And of course, the big one, when you're doing an event like a recital or a concert, of course, you record your events. Or at least I hope you guys are recording your events, because there's so much great uses to coming from recording your recitals, recording your concerts or your conferences or whatever event you're doing, so you can best use that to A, market your business, but also you can even make some sales. How can you do that? What are some ideas of how you can better approach that? And I'm gonna share with you a great tip of how you can even bring in more sales through your spot. And I'm gonna share with you a special idea, a special tip of how you can draw in more sponsorships to get more sponsorship opportunities in your event. Stay tuned, check it out. Recital and concert videos. And again, as I mentioned earlier, if you do not do recitals or concerts, that's absolutely fine. You're still going to get value out of this, because let's say you run a play, let's say you do a musical, let's say you do a conference, a speaking gig, anytime that there's an event that you're doing that has value, entertainment value, educational value, you can always turn this into a video for multiple different reasons. So when I say a video, okay, the first thing you got to understand is how to set up. So one, you have two options. One, you can hire a professional, such as myself from Meshcat Media and Promotions, because we do this all the time. So that's one option. Option number two, and I really, really encourage you to do this one way or another, is just all you do is grab a camera and record the entire thing. Now, a big mistake that most other entrepreneurs do is they just grab the camera, they grab their phone, they go right up to the front, and they just kind of move their camera around, grabbing whatever they can. That's not helpful. That is going to cause a lot of discouragement to the viewers. You're going to miss some things. Your best option is to put your camera way at the back and get the entire area that things are happening in. So if this is happening on a stage, get the entire stage, right? The exceptions for this is, let's say you're doing something where there's only one person talking and they're right in the middle of the stage and they are not moving, right? Or let's say you're doing let's say there's some sort of like one of those kind of table things where you've got like 3 or 4 people on the stage. They're all sitting down in chairs and they're all basically sitting there for like an hour or so just talking. Then you can just close in and just focus on those 4. But if there's multiple things happening on stage, please just get the entire stage. Leave the camera steady. That's just going to make everything safe and give you less headaches later on. If you have the option to add more cameras, always have that one in the back. This is something we even do. We have one camera in the back getting everything. And then when we bring in extra cameras, it's just to get smaller things in between. So that's the basic approach of getting an event. So let's say you do an event, okay? You've recorded the entire thing. You've got this file of whatever it is, your conference, your speaking gig. The first thing you got to remember is this is also a tangible product, right? This is the same thing as when you're selling. This is like if you have a mug or a t-shirt, this is a product. It is a product, a tangible item that you can sell and make money off and produce marketing value. You can put this on your website. You can put this anywhere you want. So again, your video is a product, whether you're doing a recital, a concert, a conference, a speaking gig. These are tangible products that you can use and sell. Now the question is, who's actually wanting these? This is something you're probably thinking about, like, okay, well, let's say I did a recital or I did a concert or even a speaking gig, and I recorded my entire speaking gig, right? Who's actually going to want this? Trust me, you've got fans, you've got customers that are going to want this. If you've got recitals, if you're a dance studio owner or a music studio owner and you're doing recitals, please, 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 please record your recitals. I am telling you, your parents want them. And it's the standard now for any studio. You have to record your events because, trust me, your parents want to remember, little 3-year-old Susie doing their very first, ballet recital, doing their very first ballet solo in a tutu, right? And it's also for memory's sakes later on, even for your older students, your teenagers that are just graduating, going to university, they want the recitals because they want to grab the clips and save them for their demo reels. That's one way. Concerts, same thing. You've got a fan base. You've got people who enjoyed the concert and enjoyed the music. You can take your concert, whatever that is, and sell it for them. It's more valuable to them because, one, they're either listening to the CD, which, we all know when you're doing a CD, it's pre-recorded, rehearsed over and over and over again, as opposed to a concert, which is more on the spot. There's more energy, and you don't know what's happening. It may actually sound better, it may sound worse, but it's a whole different vibe. And that's the extra value about doing a concert video. Same thing about your speaking gigs. Okay, you can sell this to your customers. So trust me, you've got customers that want to buy these videos. Now, I mentioned earlier about the marketing value. What do I mean by the marketing value? There's several different points about this. So the first point I want to talk to you about is helping out your sponsors. Whether you're doing a recital, concert, speaking gigs, public plays, public performances, and whatnot, you're probably going to have sponsors. This is an extra value that you can add to your sponsors. You can say to them, listen, if you sponsor our concert, if you sponsor our recital, or sponsor our conference, whatever it is, we'll add your logo on your website into the finished video, right? It's nothing extra for you guys. Like literally, you could do it, a professional does it. It's just adding their logo inside the video. That's it. It's not complicated, you know. But what it does is it means extra exposure for the sponsors, and it just becomes more value, and it becomes more of a trust thing because they know that you're trying to help them out. So that's some great value to add for your videos, is just by adding that sponsorship. But it also opens up doors where you can even have sponsors specifically for your products. So you have to set aside money to bring in a videographer, do your concerts, do whatever it is that you're doing. You can get a sponsor just to cover up that cost if that's something you're looking for. And their benefit is they get to have exposure within the finished product. So there's so many different ways of utilizing your videos in order to help get that sponsorship. Now, the other part about the marketing value, and this is really, really a great way to sell whatever it is you're selling, is take the video that you have, cut it up into really, really, really small segments. Now, what you're going to do is going to take those really small segments, post them online in a very strategic and a very consistent timeline. So let's say you did a concert. No, I see a lot of non-studio owners here, so I'm going to change that. Let's say you did a speaking gig. Okay, so you went somewhere, you spoke for an hour, not just a workshop, but it's a place you got invited to just speak for an hour and a half, and you recorded that, and now you want to sell that segment. You can take small clips from there, choose how many videos you want to use. Don't do the entire thing. Like, you're not going to split the entire thing up into 6 or 5 different segments. You're just going to grab this point, and this point, and this point, and this point. And what you're going to do is you're going to take those small little clips and you're going to post them online. You're going to say, here's some little information from this one presentation or this one speaking gig that I just did. If you want to learn more, if you want to purchase the entire thing, download it here, or purchase a DVD here, or email us to get your own copy of whatever, right? And what's great about this is if you can come up with a multitude of clips, like 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, whatever it is, you're going to get a lot more exposure out of it. Because let's say Facebook, okay, you post, let's say, one of these videos every week for the next however many weeks of videos you've got. So let's say you've got 8 different videos. So you're posting one video each week for 4 weeks, right? Now, first off, that's easy. You're not custom making these videos so much because you're making a bundle of these ahead of time and then just scheduling out these posts every single week. You can literally just schedule all of them at the beginning of the month, and for the next 8 weeks, it does its own thing. It's really, really helpful that way. As you consistently put out the content, it's consistently getting the word out. And when every single week people are expecting those little videos, those little tidbits of information, then the thought is constantly in their mind by like, oh, there's this thing, there's this thing, there's this thing. Finally, someone's going to get interested and they're going to purchase it, okay? So it's a very, very great way of selling and marketing the value, right? And it's also, let's say you get an opportunity to present some of these clips in another public presentation, or on your website, or anywhere else, then you can do the same thing. Here's a little bit of information to watch the full thing, go here. Many people do it, many professionals do it, where you use the social media as a free way to give out that free information, but it's convincing people and entertaining them and saying, This is a little bit of what we have to offer. If you want more, go here and purchase the full thing. Now, that's the marketing aspect. Now here's the great part about sales. And you've got two options for sales. Well, I shouldn't say there's two options. There's two options I typically work with, but I mean, there's many, many different ways of doing this. Two ways you can work with are DVDs or online digital distribution. DVDs is a physical, tangible product. Now, I'm going to talk more about DVDs and whatnot on Friday because we're talking about strategies on how to get more value out of your DVDs. But this becomes a physical product. It's like when you've got, as I mentioned before, you got merchandise, mugs, t-shirts, bookmarks, whatever it is. However, it's just DVDs. So that's one way you can do it. And it's a physical product that someone can purchase and pick up and feel and touch and grab right then, right there. The other way to look at it is digital sales. What is superb about digital sales, about selling your products online, is that you could be asleep and you're still making money. One site that I have looked into that you can actually do this into is whether you want to use it on iTunes. I don't know much about iTunes, just keeping that out there. But you can also sell this on Vimeo. Vimeo, Vimeo.com. There's a pro account, sorry. It's about $400 a year, so you can think about whether or not that's worthwhile for you or not. But what you do is you go into Vimeo, you create a page, create a poster, a trailer. You post either one big video or a series of videos. And then that's all you do is you just set up your account and you sell them, right? And then you can share that website to your own website on your social media platform, your emails, your blogs, whichever it is that you're doing. People want to purchase it, they go straight to Vimeo, they purchase it, you can even set the currency. So that, let's say you want to receive everything in the coins of, let's say, $15 Canadian or $15 US. If someone in China is purchasing this, then obviously it's set directly for their currency, but in the end, you're still getting that exact $15 Canadian back. The only drawback, as I said, is that it's $400 a year. So this is particularly great if you're selling a multitude of this, right? Let's say you're doing a recital or even 2 recitals every year, or you're doing 1, 2, even 3 speaking gigs, conferences, whatever it is, every year, and you're constantly selling this and getting out there, you're easily going to make that money back. But that's up to you, but that is an option out there. You can also, another tip that someone actually showed me, if you really want to do this, it's a little more manual. What we can do is take your video, put it on a YouTube channel as unlisted. What unlisted means is that you can't just search up the video, you can't just go to the channel and find the video, you actually have to go to a link. So when you take that video and share it on social media, that's the link. When you share this on an email, that's also a link. People can only watch the video through a link. What you're going to do then is you're going to take this private link and share it on a private page on your website that is password protected. Then, if people want to purchase it, you're going to sell them the password and give them a link to the web page so that they can look at the page, have access to the page, and be able to watch that unlisted video. I mean, that's just one option you can do with it. What I've also found quite a lot of times, you can actually use, let's say you sell a program. Last night I was just watching the most amazing workshop ever of using YouTube. And what this guy did is he had an email list. You sign up for his email list that let you watch a full hour-and-a-half masterclass. And at the end of the masterclass was selling his full program. So it's even a way to maybe not make direct sales, but at least bring people to somewhere else where they can start making direct sales. So there's so many different options to using videos, and I really hope you guys take advantage of it. Now, one extra bit of video, one extra strategy that can help you bring more money in, help with your marketing. And when I say by make more money, I'm specifically talking about sponsorships, and that is create a preview at your events. What I mean by a preview is you're creating a video. This video is getting played just before your event begins, and it plays after the event ends. So what this preview includes is you're going to have the logo and a space. I call it a card. It's going to have your logo and a website of your sponsors each. They each get one card, and that's up there for 10 seconds, 30 seconds, whichever. But that's guaranteed space that you can also sell, right? So let's say you're doing an event where you have 100 people in, 200, 300, 500, 1,000 people coming in. That's some great exposure. And so if you're offering that opportunity for a preview and someone can get a sponsorship opportunity within that preview, that space you can sell, right? If you've got someone who's already donating money towards your event, giving you extra sponsorship, you can add extra value to their sponsorship and say, listen, I'll give you this space extra as part of your sponsorship package, right? And it's very, very simple because it's literally just a slideshow. How many of us do slideshows? Well, I'm sorry, I actually don't do slideshows. I just edit stuff. But it's a way of just getting that extra exposure, and it's also a way to sell your marketing. Not sell it, but to market information, further events, further products. If you're also offering the option to sell your videos online, sell your recital, your concert, your conference, your speaking gig, whichever it is, you're selling it online, you can say to people, go to our website, download a copy of this event at X amount of money, whichever it is for you. This is something where if you're at a conference or whatnot, this is where you would rent one of those projectors, and this is the video that you put right on the wall. If you're at a recital or a concert, chances are you already have a projection on your stage, depending on your venue. But this is also a preview that you can play while parents are coming in, while families and various different people are coming in and sitting down. This is a preview that would just go on a loop and just get extra exposure. And as a matter of fact, if you can keep looping your video, I promise you your sponsors are getting well more than their money's worth in that preview. I once did a preview for a family festival back in December, just after Christmas. And this video was 8 minutes long, and it played over and over and over again for an hour. Those sponsors definitely got their money's worth, and your sponsors can get their money's worth as well. It helps develop trust, and they'll be able to help you out even next time because they know that they're getting that extra value. All right? So use that preview video. And if you're looking for someone to help you do a preview video, if you don't know where to start, or if you're looking for extra help and you don't have the time to do it, again, this is something we offer as well as at Magic Hat Media. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this excerpt from a special Facebook group that I did called Magic Boost 2018. This is from one of the live videos that I did inside the group. If you want to join this group and find out more information, watch way more videos and tips, including tips from other entrepreneurs, check it out in the description below. There is a direct link that will take you straight to the Facebook group. Request to join, and you'll be entered into the world of amazement. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video as I gave you some tips and strategies and advice of how videos can really help boost your business. But do you know how to make a great video for your business? And do you need just a little bit more help on how to make great videos that can really draw in more customers? Well, check this out. I'm doing a special workshop on Sunday, March 4th called How to Get More Customers Using Videos. This is a hands-on workshop that you have access to where you're going to make a special video using your smart device. This video is going to be made to promote your business and get more customers. No editing necessary, no previous experiences necessary. Just come, check it out, and you'll get to know how to make a great video for your business with no budget, no experience, no nothing, just your smart device. So if you're interested in signing up for that workshop, please go down into the description. You'll find a link to Eventbrite and all the information and details on how to get to this workshop. I hope you guys will join me. Please check it out, and best of luck with your business.